Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
We human gears are tired of you humans, so we are revolting.
Oh, come on, you don't look that bad.
You humans and your strange language and your sense of humor. Hey guys, welcome to the UltraQuest podcast here on the Morphin Network. I'm Mike Time Rider Zero, and with me is my special guest, Miguel Gama, aka that blue dinosaur guy. Miguel, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, ready to tackle yet another Ultraman episode. This time, we get to talk to a washing machine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, always show respect to your washing machines, especially now that they're all powered by Google and Alexa. Right? I kind of one of my favorite games, as a teenager, was always this. So
Nice.
Exactly. So the fact that so we are kind of living in a time where Mega Man is kind of a reality. So you never know what kind of Navi is living inside your washing machine or your microwave. And, just be careful so, your bubble wash or your kitchen doesn't catch on fire or whatever. I'm mixing up two completely different Mega Man Battle Network games, but it is what it is. And, of course, everyone, just a reminder that we are still running our contest. So nobody got to claim ticket number 3 for Ranger Stop. So we're doing a makeup day today. So today's the first of 4 days to win a Ranger Stop ticket. It's a 3-day pass from November 10th to the 12th at the DoubleTree by Hilton at SeaWorld. So be sure to check that out. You're gonna have Overdrive cast. You're gonna have Dino Charge cast. I mean, those are the two highlights because we do have one of my the American counterpart of one of my most favorite Rangers. And I almost did a quiz question about that one, but I kind of changed it. But yes, so in order to win the contest, in order to participate, you do have to comment in our comment section while we are live. And you have to answer a quiz question at the end of the comment section. The first person to get it correct will get to claim a Ranger Stop ticket. And as always, it's a Power Ranger question, not an Ultraman question, not a Kamen Rider question, not a Super Sentai question, but it will have some kind of vague relationship to the episode of whatever show we're doing. So we did a cactus question back last week, and we did we also did a forest question on Saturday, and I'm trying to remember what was the question. Oh yeah, and we also did a Dino Charge question on Thursday because it was a Kyoryuger crossover episode. So here we are. Okay, and so try to stick around and pay attention because the question we're going to ask might vaguely have something to do with today's episode. And what is today's episode? It is none other than Ultraman Blazar Episode 6, The Invading Aurora. And I got to ask, what were your initial thoughts about this episode?
Honestly, I thought it was kind of cool to see Yasunobu get his moment to shine, and seeing him befriend a washing machine was honestly one of the more kind of chill moments of the show. I mean, very poignant, I guess you could say.
I agree. It was a very charming scene to have Yasunobu have I'm gonna call him Bondo because that's his that's his basic name. Bondo, like I was hoping to see a Bondo focus episode because he's the last of the 5 members of SCAR to be introduced. We know that he worked on Earth Garon, but we did not get to learn much about him. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I was hoping episode 3 would focus more on him, but I would say it was more of an Emmy focus episode. No, it was more of an Henri focus episode than anything because she got to pilot Earth Garum in its first appearance, and yeah. So, but yeah, Bondo finally gets its own episode. So yeah. So what is a quirky builder up to? It's nothing big. It's nothing strange than what Bridge Carlson usually does. Doing posters explode on a timer, or rather not.
Yeah.
By the way, shameless plug to the Buttery Show.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, so we do get to learn a thing or two about our tech genius. For one, he's overworked. Boy, I think you and I could definitely relate to this character because Henri has him doing an errand. Emmy needs him to redo her homework, and even Gento kind of asked him to do something off screen. Poor guy, have you ever felt like super overworked, but you felt like you needed to get it done just because you're basically the tank of your team?
Yeah, I get what you're meaning that.
Yeah. And to our audience in the comment section, let us know, like, have you ever felt overwhelmed because a lot was expected of you? Feel free to let us know about it. For me, for one, there's this channel. I'm doing 4 shows a week. I'm not trying to grieve or anything, but I will say this much for reasons I'm not going to go into detail. I do want to say thank you to our founding member, Clement. I know he hasn't been on the show for a while. But I got to spend the day with him yesterday, and it was very special. So, Clement, if you're watching this, I want to say thank you for the time we spent together yesterday. And thank you for everything you've said in the last 48 hours. Anyways. I've went through that as well, like in high school where, I had to carry a project multiple times. It's not a fun feeling to have. Oh, and also there's Overwatch. Like if you've ever played Overwatch, it's like sometimes the Reinhardt main has to do all the hard work. Or worse, if you're playing Mercy, that's even worse. Everyone in the audience, let us know what was a moment where people were depending on you to the point that you had to heavily spread yourself thin in order to get all the work done. I will say this. One thing it did remind me of was that episode of Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide where Ned did not have the ability to say no to anyone, so he was spread really thin.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how like the teachers, the vice principal's like, it's like no, but then Martin Corley's like, vice principal, can I do so and so? And he does those puppy eyes like, sure. But I'm sorry, but Martin Corley has those eyes. How could I say no to him? But yeah, no, like I feel bad for Bondo, but he does have one sweetheart of a friend to rely on. Kukuro.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it Kuroro? I can't remember. It's always 3 syllables, and it's always like hard for me to like do like trisyllabic words. When they're like, Kururu, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of Sergeant Frock. Kiroro, Dororo, Giroro, Tama, and Kururu. So yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Kuroko, like the stagehands in Kabuki theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, it still gets me that one episode of Shinkenger where like the Kuros are like doing so much work behind the scenes, and like the Rangers are not even aware of it half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. If I could Jim Cornette that episode of Shinkenger, I would love for all the Kurokos to just go on strike or just collectively go on vacation like the hamsters from Kids Next Door, and like have the Shinkenger's lives be completely miserable just so they could see the stark contrast of how good they have it when the Kurokos are doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Now, Gento is pressured to tell everyone. Sorry. Everyone pressures Gento to talk to him about it. But here's the thing: they should all talk to him about it because they all played a part in overtaxing Bondo's life.
Yeah.
But nope, I guess it's the captain job, but which is a cute way of saying not it, damn it. But of course it gets kind of awkward because he's talking to his laundry machine, and then we see another tenant show up at the laundromat, but they seem a little unearthly to say the least.
Yeah.
Dare I say they're fully loaded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is Kirby. No, not Kirby. Herbie of the Planet Cannon. And Herbie is very mad at humans for quote-unquote mistreating machinery. And if the English dub voice sounds familiar to you, well, I was like, hold on, is that character's voice? And then I had to like Google it, and it was not. And Googling it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. But turns out I was right. If you recognize the English dub voice of Herbie, it's the voice actress that played Izzy from Digimon.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean I don't know if you watch the English dub of Blazar, if you watch the Japanese dub of it, but
I watched the Japanese dub.
Yeah. See, I watch it in English because I usually watch the episodes while walking my dog. So it's a little bit harder to read the subtitles while, like your phone's shaking. But but I have to say this, just like as a personal tip of personal experience for being healthy, I like to only watch tokusatsu while I'm doing some kind of physical activity. Whether it's a treadmill, elliptical, or just going for a walk, that is the time when I watch tokusatsu because like it's very habit forming. It's like restricting yourself from watching tokusatsu when you're not being active kind of incentivizes you to be more physically active. But because that means it's at this window that you get to watch the show. But also actually watching tokusatsu makes the physical activity more fun. In fact, that's kind of how I used Dawn Brothers to finally get an A in 7th PE.
There you go.
Episode 47 of Dawn Brothers was the day when I finally was able to do 2 miles in 25 minutes or less. Something I was never able to do as a kid. But I did it. Don't do the brothers. But yeah, so no, I did have to watch the English dub. But while I was watching the English dub, I'm like, well, hold on, is that sounds like Izzy from Digimon? Like, is that? So I had to like Google that, and yeah, no, like the Ultraman Wiki does not do the English voice cast for the monsters. They do for like the 5 main characters, but not any supporting or one-off characters, which is kind of difficult. But again, I get it. Simul-dubbing is a relatively new thing for Ultraman.
Pretty much.
But yeah, no, it's kind of interesting. And you know what I really appreciate about Herbie being played by Izzy from Digimon?
What's that?
It's the fact that there was an episode of the original Digimon where Izzy was trapped in Betamon's world. Not Betamon, but what was it? Was it Beta? No, Betamon is the pre-evolved form of Seadramon. But you know, like the big brainy Digimon, where he had to get rid of his curiosity and he had to like empty all his possessions. And then and Izzy was like, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I don't know why, but it just gave me that kind of vibe. Like I was like half expecting Bondo to go through that. It's like, Bondo, you must surrender your curiosity and join our forces. And yeah, so turns out Herbie was there for the last 2 episodes, and we didn't even notice them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually, I will say this, like, it would have been a nice Easter egg if we saw the Aurora beam, like vaguely affect Earth Garon in those scenes. So it's like, we could kind of tie that in. Just to give like a better like understanding of like what I mean. It's like, I don't like if you're familiar with season 5 of Futurama. There was the episode with where Fry finds his petrified dog Seymour.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, and like at the scene where he falls back and then rolls into that cryogenic chamber. It's like if you look in the trash can, you see something that resembles an eyeball.
Yeah.
It's like very blink and you miss. And then when he's like losing his balance along that chair, if you look at the floor really carefully, you could see a shadow coming from the table that resembles Fry's head. And then you completely don't even notice it on your first sitting. But then a few episodes later, the Why of Fry, you find out that Fry and Nibbler were in that scene. So then when you rewatch it, it's like, oh snap, I didn't notice that eyeball, it's Nibbler. Or like, and then, oh my god, that silhouette, that's Fry from the future. It's like, wow, they really planned ahead. Like, I wish Blazar did that.
So do I.
Yeah, like make like a flashy scene where it seems like Earth Garon is briefly glowing for half a second, but it's like an off thing. It's like, wait, what just happened? What's going on here? And then when you watch this episode, it's like, oh, that's what happened to Earth Garon in the previous episode. Like, I wish I had that kind of. I wish I had that kind of feeling, like rewatching that episode of Futurama.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean that's just me. So, yeah. So Herbie is like, yeah, machines effectively have feelings and they're all upset with humanity. I'm like, preach to the Human Gear choir, why don't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we've used our Aurora beam in order to brainwash Earth Garon to rebel against humanity. But we want you to be its pilot because you have some respects for machine, and who would know Earth Garon better than you would? And thankfully, Gento forgot to give him those tomatoes that the other guy had. God, I need to. Hold on, let me look up.
Teruaki, I think.
Yeah, I keep forgetting this one character's name because he has not had a focus episode. Let's see. Nobu Bondo. Yeah, Teruaki. I swear. By next episode, I will have Teruaki's name down. He feels so background through the series so far. It's like it's hard to like remember his name. All I know is like he was the only other member of like Gento's original team
Yeah.
to join Scarred. Like that's the only thing I remember about him. Anywho, so yeah, so Gento walks in on him. It's like, listen, I need to go through this portal that was created by the washing machine. Do not summon Earth Garon. It's very important that you be wary of it. And that was very vague.
Mm-hmm.
At least we find the villain's headquarters. And yes, Earth Garon awakens, and it's evil now.
Yeah.
What
That's
did you think
evidence
about?
by the clone.
Yeah, what did you think about this scene?
I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, seeing like the fact that they were able to manipulate the machine to turn evil just by showing it the northern lights or something.
Yeah, the Aurora Borealis. But yeah, Aurora just means light in Greek. Borealis means northern. So if you ever see the southern lights, that's called Aurora Australis.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why, if you are familiar with constellations like I am, we got 3 constellations. What's it called? Hold on. What was it called? Pisces Austrinus, Triangulum Australe, and Corona Australis. 3 different words, all meaning south. And you got the southern fish, the southern triangle, the southern crown. Personally, I prefer regular Triangulum. I prefer regular Pisces, and I prefer the Corona Borealis, which, by the way, that is one of the Q-Tamos that absolutely should have been made into a toy, and absolutely was not.
Mm-hmm.
I still can't get over that, man. Like, they only released 65 Q-Tamos, and there's 88 constellations, so it's like, come on, guys, give us the rest of them, or at least give us the ones that actually showed up in the show and movies, like Antlia or Auriga,
Yeah.
and Corona Borealis. But and Bruce. But no, we got a bunch of ones that did not show up. Like, hold on. Was Fornax there? Yeah, Fornax was there. Aura wasn't there though. I don't think Opus was there either. Oh, kind of weird. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. But yeah, all right, look, man, we're watching Cosmic Fury, and the constellation thing means absolutely nothing to that season. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just dying to keep it alive. Keep it alive. Keep it alive. Keep it alive. All right. But yeah, Ultraman is trying to do his thing, trying to keep it at bay. But Bondo, he manages to get inside the Canon headquarters. It turns out their planet was destroyed, so we need to take over Earth.
Okay.
Here's what I don't get. Have you ever considered that it was your own actions that caused your planet to be destroyed, and maybe taking over Earth would only cause the same destruction to happen all over again?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a possibility, but I don't think they thought that far ahead.
Does any villain organization ever think that far ahead?
No.
No. I mean, maybe the Void Queen in Cosmic Fury, or Venjix. Although Venjix is not immune to making dumb decisions that even Tanaya 7 calls him out on. But yeah, no, I swear, this feels like Ratchet and Clank all over again, where Drax destroyed his home planet. Then he's destroying a bunch of other planets to make a new planet for the Blorgons to colonize, only for them to repeat the process all over again. And that's just sickening to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's two different kinds of sickening. There is repeating mistakes due to ignorance, and then there is repeating mistakes due to malicious intent. It's all pretty bad, if you ask me.
Yeah, kind of indistinguishable.
Yeah. I mean, say what you will about MetsuboJinrai.net. They just want to live free and sapient lives. And who knows? Maybe human gears will not pollute the planet like humans do.
Mm-hmm.
Orphanox definitely pollute the planet as much as humans, if not more. I don't know what I can say about Agito since we don't see that many of them. Yeah. But what I find really fascinating is Bondo did try to call out to Earth Garon, and somehow it actually worked. The big guy actually heard him.
He did, yep.
I'm be honest, this was like one of the cutest scenes I've ever seen in this season so far. And honestly, low key, this is kind of a Digimon moment where oh, a human falls off a cliff and then their Digimon ends up saving them, like Zudomon.
It is. It does feel that way.
Actually, straight up, this is Zudomon because think about it. The main because you got a guy who is supposed to be overtly reliable, and then he almost dies, and then a giant Gojira type kaiju ends up rescuing him.
Yeah.
That's Jokito right there.
It is.
Yeah. You know, actually, who is the voice of Jokito? I'm curious. Joe, because we know who Izzy's voice actress is, but Joe Keto voice actor. All I know is that Joe Keto's voice actor was also in Rurouni Kenshin.
Okay.
Let's see. I know there's two voice actors, so let me make sure that we use the wiki adventure. Okay, allies times card. Family. Let's see. Control F. Voice. Let's see. Oh, dang. Oh, okay. No, it's not gonna happen. He was originally voiced by Michael Lindsay, who passed away. Okay. Let's see. But I know there's like there has to be like a new voice actor, though, right?
Should be.
Yeah. Try. Hold on. What is? Just pronouncing like Luigi Super Mario franchise. Let's see. First pitching voice line to try. Press roll, Lost Adventure. Let's see. Voice actor try. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Robbie Damon is the current voice. So, yeah. Let's see if Robbie Damon gets to voice a character in Ultraman.
We'll see.
Yeah, because like if we had Izzy, we may as well have Joe show up as well.
There you go.
Yeah. Actually, I'm curious who else Robbie did the voices of. Yeah. You know, I think I met someone who knows Robbie. Okay.
Oh, really nice.
Okay. Anyways, but I digress. So, yeah, Earth Garon, he he saves Bondo, which is cute, and then Cannon tried to escape. And I swear, this looks very familiar to me.
It does.
Yeah, this looks like a skyfish. For those of you who don't know, skyfish are a cryptid that look like an elongated stick that seem to be spiraling, and they move so fast they're hard to capture in photographs. Now, skyfish have appeared in media before. One of the most recent and most notable examples is from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6, Stone Ocean, where one of the three sons of Dio has a stand that takes the form of skyfish.
Yeah.
But one of my least favorite examples is from Castlevania Aria of Sorrow.
Oh.
Because it is one of the monsters that show up in the game, and you need to use the time stop ability in order to make it slow down enough for you to run after it. You can't even like try to catch it in a leisurely stroll.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to get its soul, well, that's even harder. Chronomancer is easier to go up against, but yeah, you're right, my guy.
I'm alright. Yep.
But as fast as this thing is, it's not fast enough to escape Blazar's spear. And look at that, we get a nice aurora from the explosion. That is so cute. Look at them watching the aurora together. It's so adorable. And of course, Blazar flies off. And we get an all's well that ends well moment. It's like, hey man, like I'll help you clean Kururu. Like, because keep in mind, like when you're overwhelmed, talk to us. Kururu may be your friend, but it's not your only friend. And
yeah, like we're a team.
Yeah, we're a team. We're a team. Yeah. And yeah, okay. So far, it looks like we don't have enough comments to do the contest today. It's okay. We'll still have more chances. So yeah. But yeah. So what are your thoughts on the episode? So like based on like all the stuff so far.
I thought it was a pretty neat little episode for Yasunobu to take the spotlight and get some focus on him. Right. I mean, the idea that Gento forgot the tomatoes. Kind of wonder what the significance of the tomatoes were, but overall, I mean, hey, makes me respect my washing machine as well. I don't know if I'm going to name it Kururu, but there you go.
Oh yeah, no, like I have so much respect for my washing machine and my oven and my refrigerator.
Yep.
My toilet, not so much. I'm joking.
Hey, no. It takes a lot of shit, so yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and yeah, no, like yeah, and of course, like whenever, and you know, like no matter what kind of relationship you have with your toilet, make sure that it doesn't give you a bad sinking feeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely respect your technology because we're coming to the point where everything is powered by AI, which means at some point everything's going to become sapient. So when you have a robot revolt, make sure that the machines recognize you as one of the good ones.
Yes.
No, and like sometimes we do need some kind of inanimate object in order to like make us feel, you know, accompanied. I mean, not in a creepy way, like I have no friends sort of way, but sometimes, you know, there's some things we want to vent, things that we can't even talk to our friends about.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something to really contemplate. And yeah, what are your thoughts on the monster for this episode?
Well, it was mainly Earth Garen. I mean, they had Ultraman had to fend off when it went rogue, but kind of like the whole canon aliens. I mean, it's unique that the monsters this time weren't giants.
Yeah, I it's one of the things I liked about this one. And honestly, like I especially love how they have this Showa style appearance. Like they kind of remind me of classic Shocker monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but gold. I do love how Herbie comments on human language. It's like here you go. Should be a good fit. Get it? Because you're gonna join our organization, and you're going, and it's an article of clothing. I swear, you humans and your language, especially in this region. So I'm wondering, does the joke translate properly into Japanese? Like in the Japanese sub, like how did that joke work? Like did it work the same way? Because obviously it's wordplay. In the American version, the joke was it's a good fit because Bondo is being recruited while at the same time he's given clothing that should be his body size.
Yeah, I think it kind of worked the same way.
Okay, yeah, because again, I watched the English dub, so the fact that Herbie said you humans and your language, especially in this region, I wonder like does the joke work the same way in Japanese? Because just because you could, the thing about jokes is, especially puns, is that they sometimes only work in certain
language.
Yeah, so like even if you translate it correctly into English, the joke would not translate properly because the homophonic word might not have the same definition.
Yeah.
I will say this: one of my favorite jokes that I came up with was the Russian word yama and the Japanese word yama are phonetically identical, but to mean absolute opposites.
Okay.
Because yama in Russian means a hole, while yama in Japanese means a mountain.
Yeah.
But yeah, they both mean yama. I love it. But the thing is, you kind of have to know both languages to get it. So, I mean, the words in both languages to get it. But you know, you got that English creating a bridge between them. I do find it funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's like the word shower, which is pronounced differently in French versus Spanish because in Spanish they don't have a sh sound. So
Duchar.
Yeah.
Or
Duce.
Duce, yep.
Yeah, because like in the French it's douche.
Mm-hmm.
But in Spanish you don't have a sh sound, so you replace it with a ch sound.
Yeah.
So like if you make a word joke based on that, you can, but you have to like really like play into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, but always say thank you, danke, merci, gracias, grazie, sheshe, gamsahamnida, arigato.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I do find it interesting how many languages have the word goodbye with the letter A at the beginning. Auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, arrivederci, adios, and I think there's another one. Let's see, au revoir, adios, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen, and I know there's at least one more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways, but no, like you can make jokes. Okay, so final score for this episode.
I'd give it a solid 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on the 9.5 because it is a little straightforward, but it's a very solid episode, and I think I really enjoyed it due to personal biases. Like I like a cute story between a boy and his laundry machine.
Yeah, that always works.
Yeah. Plus, you know, like, you know, with the whole Philip K. Dick thing, you know, it's like, you know, I gotta respect machinery because AI is a thing nowadays.
True.
Yeah, net navies. Okay, so guys, just so you know, I will open the floor for, let's make it 3 minutes. I'll set the timer for 3 minutes. If you, anyone who comments in the comment section while we're live during these 3 minutes will be eligible to win a Ranger Stop pass. for all 3 days, because in order to be eligible, you do have to comment. And if no one does by the end of those 3 minutes, then we're just going to roll over that ticket to, like, we're going to just double feature it on a future date. So, but yeah, so the only comment we have so far is Triple XYZ saying best of luck to the contestants today. Yeah, good sportsmanship, even if there are no sportsmen to, ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, what do you think about the series thus far?
Blazar, so far I've been enjoying it. I mean, it's probably like one of the first Ultraman series I've been watching from the beginning.
Yeah.
So I've seen like bits and pieces of it here and there.
Yeah, for me, it's the first season I've watched past the 3rd episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I will get back to Ginga at some point. Like, don't worry about it. It's on Tubi TV. Don't worry about it. But it's but again, it's like Ultraman is a very tedious tokusatsu to tackle, because I mean, it's like it's like trying to watch One Piece for the first time. It's like, how do you go about tackling it? You know what I'm saying?
It has its like formula that it tends to stick to.
Yeah. By the way, I swear I've wanted to make a One Piece joke in this episode, but I forgot what the joke was. Oh, that's kind of sad to me. But yeah, no, like I'll also say this. I really hope that the canon show up again, because I feel like there's more potential with canon to show up in a larger plot than what we've seen here. So here's me hoping that we will get more of it. And again, ladies and gentlemen, you have about a minute left to comment for a chance to win your Ranger Stop Pass. So make sure that you comment before we close off today's episode. And of course once we have eligible people, we will ask a question, Power Rangers question that relates to this episode, and I'm particularly proud of this question. So I hope I get to conserve it, if nothing else. It's such a darn shame too, because I really like this question. It definitely relates to a season of Power Rangers that I consider very fond. Last episode we had a Mystic Force related question pertaining to Xander, because we had we got a Cosmic Fury episode about trees.
There you go.
Yeah, actually, I'm curious, for the fun of it, I wonder if you know the answer to the question, Miguel. Okay, so the question was, what real world fruit did Xander cultivate in the dimension of Shalafar?
What real world fruit?
Yeah, because he cultivated a fruit. It might not be that actual fruit, but it's clearly based on this real world fruit.
Where is it? Apples?
Actually, no. It was pomegranates.
Pomegranates. Oh wow.
Yeah. And the backup question was, what instrument did the Rangers play while they were on Shalafar?
I think it was it a flute?
Nope. Believe it or not, I think someone actually my co-host thought it was a flute, but no. Yeah, it actually appeared in Linkar's review of Mystic Force. It was the maracas.
Maracas. Oh wow.
Yeah, like a bunch of the Rangers found maracas like in Shalafar, and they're like, and they were like goofing off and stuff. And I'm like, that's kind of funny. But Linkar was like, yeah, okay. Welcome to Mystic Force. I miss the old reviews. I like the original format. Anyway, so time's up. So sadly, that is our cutoff. So no one wins a ticket this time around. So we still have 7 tickets up for grabs. And the next show we are doing is tomorrow, Wednesday, October 25th, 7:30 p.m. Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. We are doing Kamen Rider God Chart episode 8. So, okay, so if you enjoy watching our review of Ultraman Blazar, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and ding the bell icon to stay notified for our latest videos. And yes, we still have 7 tickets to Ranger Stop up for grabs. And in order to win it, you just got to show up to us while we're live, comment to be eligible, and then answer a trivia question. The first person to answer it correctly will win. Now, yes, we do Ultraman every Tuesday, 7 p.m., 10 p.m. Pacific and Eastern. Wednesdays we do Kamen Rider God Chart, 7:30, 10:30. We on Thursdays we do Osama Sentai King Oger at 7:30, 10:30, and finally on Saturday we do Power Rangers Cosmic Fury at 5:30, 8:30, all Pacific and Eastern times respectively. And of course, check out our sister channel, The Buttery Show, where we do movie reviews and video game news. We recently celebrated our 5th year anniversary of the Scrubbook Gaming Podcast, and we are probably going to do some movie reviews coming soon. So definitely stick around for that. With all that said, if you want to check out our personal content, let me see if I could find you. Okay, if you want to find this guy, you can find him on Instagram at That Blue Dinosaur Guy. And if you want to find me, you can find me at Instagram, Bogan_Kabuto, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BoganKabuto. And with all that said, guys, be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated, update your emergency kits, and we'll see you guys real soon because it's almost Halloween. Do you have, would you like to close us off with another dad joke?
Alrighty then. You know those spots in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild where you regained your memories?
Yes.
Those were all a link to the past.
Ha! Hey, Arutsucha! Naito! Goodbye, everyone. Bye. Oops. Wrong.